Good record. Good to have you along. Nathan Morley with you. Now, the news is filled with stories of destruction in the UK. 3 people have died. That's what we know of in those storms which hit the south of England. Who better to talk to on this subject than veteran BBC weather forecaster Michael Fish? And first of all, Michael, how was the storm for you? Were you affected personally at all?
Well, in my house, unfortunately, I lost a tree, and there's one or two other trees blown over in the road as well. So, but it's not surprising. I think we had during the early morning, about 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, winds of about 80 miles an hour. So I'm not surprised that, unfortunately, one of my rather treasured trees has met its demise.
But it all came and went quite quickly. It was over within 2 or 3 hours, from what I see.
Yes, well, we've been watching it for over a week now. The Meadows computer was incredible because it invented this storm completely out of thin air when nothing existed. It decided this storm would form. It forecast the track across the Atlantic, how deep it was going to be when it got to Britain, how much wind there'd be, how much rain there'd be. And a week or so in advance, it got it spot on, and I'm totally amazed.
And obviously you're fed up with the comparisons which are made to 1987, but this didn't seem to compare at all, did it really?
No, it wasn't as severe. It got quite close. I think we had some gusts of 90 miles an hour in this particular storm, whereas the 87 storm was something over 100 miles an hour. So that one was more powerful, but this one was bad enough to cause a lot of damage and a lot of delays to people's journeys and that sort of thing.
Now, sitting here in Cyprus and monitoring the UK news as we do on a daily basis, I'm noticing more and more weather stories coming from Britain. Is the weather taking a dramatic change over there?
Well, I think the weather's changing everywhere. With global warming, climate change, the weather's changing everywhere. We are certainly getting more heavy rain events, more flooding. We're getting more strong winds. But then other parts of the world are also getting unusual weather. Australia had the hottest year on record, and some of the hurricanes in the Atlantic and the Pacific have been some of the biggest for ages. So yes, these severe events are getting more common.
So that would be music to the ears who are to people who are saying, look, Britain can't cope in this weather because we've never experienced anything like this before.
Well, we've always had severe weather, and probably will continue to do so. But it's getting more common. That's what I'm saying. I mean, we've had bad storms in the past. We've had a storm in 1703 that was very much worse than the storm we had in 87. So they're still happening. And the blizzards of 47 and 62, 63 have been far worse than anything we've ever experienced since.
And I'll just have to mention this. I mean, some newspapers are already mentioning that the UK will have a super white Christmas. I mean, is this possible? Are they already looking that far ahead?
Well, it's not something I've ever heard of. I don't know how anybody could forecast a white Christmas, because it's totally and utterly impossible to forecast that far ahead. So I don't know how anybody could possibly imagine we'll be having a white Christmas. It's far too early for anybody to say. We won't know until about 2 weeks before, middle of December.
Well, thank you very much indeed. Good to talk to you, weather forecaster Michael Fish. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, all right. Thank you then.